talking about, I always rant about things. So today I'm going to be talking about gamer identity, gaming presence, as in gifts, and also I'm going to say fanboys, gaming fanboys. So yeah, those are the original three things that I wanted to touch on a very long time ago, but I've always been interrupted in doing so. But now I have the chance. So starting off, I'm going to be talking about gamer identity. Gamer identity is important because I know a lot of people consider themselves like, this also ties into like fanboys and, gaming gifts, because, gifts as in presents, because I just wanted to end it on a positive note. But yeah, it's like, because gaming identity could be like how you identify yourself as a gamer. You could be maybe a PC gamer only because you're a PC fanboy, or you could be a PlayStation gamer only because you're a PlayStation fanboy. For me personally, I was always like the jack of all trades gamer. Like I would focus on getting like every major console and playing like a select few really great games on those consoles.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
So that's just a little bit of my identity, but I just don't like it when people already have an established identity, yet they want to steal other gamers' identities. Like, I had this one friend who would, like, I remembered, because I remember I met him at my job, the first job I ever had, real job anyways, and he was predominantly a Xbox gamer. Like, all he had was an Xbox 360. And at that time, I already had like Xbox 360, PS3, and the Wii, the Nintendo Wii, because those were the major consoles back then. Even when I was a little kid, when I was like a teenager, I had like already gotten like Xbox, PS2, and GameCube. So that was my gamer identity. But yeah, all he had was a 360, and
look how dark it is.
I guess, like, I don't know, I guess he was just jealous of the fact that I did, because I can talk, like,
can't be any worse.
Because there were other gamers at my job as well. And
what on earth did the Fireflies
he was like, the only person he could talk to was me, because I was literally the only person that owned the 360.
How's Marlene?
And I had 360, PS3, and Wii, so I could talk to like any sort of gamer that I wanted to. But yeah, I mean, he didn't get a PS3 until I believe last 2 years back, like 2013, and that was like well after the PS4 was announced. But
lost a lot of men. Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing about gamer identity, when you have a gamer identity, you have to have stuck with it a very long time, and that's something that I've always stuck with, just having all the major consoles and playing them. I wasn't really a huge PC gamer. I did have a PC, and I played some games on there, like mostly strategy games and free-to-play MMOs. But, that computer wasn't like a powerhouse computer. And I always hated PC gaming for that fact, because PC gaming was always like this thing where you have to really invest in order to like get the most out of it. And you'd have to pay like 3 times the amount you would pay for like a regular new console just to have a proper PC running. I just didn't like that, So I was never really much of a PC gamer, I'll admit. And this dude, he was a PC gamer back in the day. Like, he showed me his collection when I visited his house. He had like Call of Duty and all these other PC games. But the thing about it was that, coming off from PC, he probably went with the Xbox, which was the console of his choice. But then he started copying what I did, and he got himself a Wii and a PS3 and whatnot. PS3 first, obviously, because like I remember Last of Us came out on PS3 2 years back, and this guy just I actually launched a For The Last of Us, because I was a huge fan of Naughty Dog, and he would say he liked Naughty Dog, but he had like no Naughty Dog games. I already before like The Last of Us even came out, I had already beaten like all 3 of the mainline Uncharted games. So, I mean, I have the PS Vita version. I haven't beaten that yet, but I've beaten like, you know, the PS3 Uncharted. But yeah, I mean, this guy's just a sleazeball, and he actually, like, when the Xbox One and PS4 and Wii U came out, you know, I already had a Wii U, but he had gotten a PS4 and an Xbox One, and then when I had gotten one, he came at me saying that I have the consoles just like him now.
We're good.
And
Come
he
on up.
meant to say that to offend me, as if I was copying him, which wasn't the case, because
Come on,
like
kid.
way before that, he was copying me. I had already had a Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii, and that's how I gamed out. I always got the major consoles first, and,
It's raining.
you know, just played the select games that were really great on it, and he later started adapting what I did, and that was just like, he was basically stealing my gamer identity and then trying to frame me as if I was, you know, stealing what he did, and that wasn't the truth, you know. But I got him back like one day, because I'm also an otaku, you know, I'm hardcore otaku. I love anime, you know, and like I said, gaming, anime, all that good shit, that's my element, you know. There's no way anybody could like shit on me for it. But yeah, like he started telling me some shit like, oh, you got Xbox One and PS4 just like me. And this is one day, and he meant that as like insult, but I just didn't pay no mind, because I obviously like focused on getting all 3 major consoles way before he ever did. You know, I had a PS3. Okay, starting off, I believe I had a 360 since 07. I got a PS3 since 08, and a Wii, well, everyone has a Wii, but yeah, and he didn't get a PS3 until 2013, which is way too late.
I thought we were just
that's the end of the PS3's
hold him up or
lifespan,
something.
and he's now getting it, and then he comes at me saying that I got Xbox One and PS4 like him, which wasn't the case, because I've always focused on getting the major consoles first and playing the great games for it, like I said. But you know, I got back at him one day. I was just talking about anime and stuff, because there's a few people that will talk to me about anime, but he wanted to get into anime so bad, and it wasn't his thing. Like, he's never been watching anime.
I can explain.
You better
So
explain fast.
he liked Pokemon, and he was watching the Pokemon Origins anime and reading like the Pokemon manga
It's 3
and talking
weeks
to me about
old.
it. And then he had some friends over, and they were watching anime. They were watching Soul
It's
Eater.
3 weeks.
They
I
were watching
swear.
Soul Eater, and he came at me
Why would she
saying,
set you
"Oh,
up?"
Soul Eater, remember this character?" And I was like, "Oh, that's great. You're getting into anime like me." So I got back at him that way, because it's unacceptable, you know. Like, I don't have a problem with people doing whatever they have to do, but just don't try to insult me for what I do, and, you know, lie about it, because that's not right, you know, and I have to defend myself against that, obviously. So I did it in a really great way, you know. I did it better than I than I had any right to do it, you know. But yeah, that's what I did. And that's just my gamer identity. I just don't like people trying to come out and steal other people's gaming identity, you know. Like,
Give you the signal. We run.
yeah. I've always focused on the major consoles. Oh, I remember this part. This part was like pretty stealthy, I would say. I just have to avoid the lights here. I don't know where to go. Oh, there we go. There's a little hole in the wall. But yeah, now I'm going on fanboys, and I don't like fanboys at all. Because like I said, since my gamer identity is focusing on getting the major consoles and all the great games, I don't mind whatever the fuck I play, you know? I play any fucking game. Anime games, I play puzzle, sports, strategy, any fucking game, you know? But, yeah, I've always been that jack of all trades guy, and I just cannot stand fanboys, because it's like, I know people who game on Xbox One with me, and they're like hardcore, just like Xbox fanboys, and they're always bashing the PS4, and I mean, I've just had too many problems with the Xbox One since I got it, to even like, the console, like the menu screens are all fucked up, the console like constantly like, it constantly has like errors and shit going on. I just don't get it, you know. But you know, they're ready to fight to the death to defend the Xbox, and I just don't see why, you know. But yeah, other than that though, I love my PS4, you know, and that's the thing about fanboys. They're just so biased. There's no getting to them, you know. And they're the ones who like don't play like the great games for the other consoles, yet they want to talk about it. I'm like, how are you gonna talk about the games that you don't even play? Which is also cutting into the gamer element thing. But now I want to talk about gifts, presents that you get for gaming. And I gotta say though, I've always had this thing where you know, this is just to end it on a light note. I've always had this thing where like every Christmas I would get like I remember Christmas of 07, like this was like well after you know, Xbox 360 was out. I had no next gen consoles. All I had was a PSP was like the newest console I got, and I remember getting that in 06 for Christmas from my mom. And that's all I ever asked for, because I understand that I'm not, you know, I'm not in a position to be a spoiled asshole like some of my other friends, but yeah, I mean, like, I know this one guy who he lives with his aunt, and his aunt treats him way better than she does her son. Like, her son is always on the streets, you know, he's probably smoking and stuff like that, but yet this dude, he lives under his aunt, and he just takes up the house all day to himself to do whatever, to fucking play games, to jerk off, all that shit. I'm just like, dude, come on.
Too many tests.
Like, you have all of this fucking, you know, all these privileges, and you don't even, you know, you don't even bother to make yourself a better person for that sake. Like, I don't know, dude. But other than that, though, you know, as for presents for gaming, yeah, I've always looked forward to Christmas after Christmas of 07. Oh god, just died there. Yeah, this part I remember first time playing it, I focused on it and just beat it with no problem. I didn't even read the help screen, but yeah, I mean, like, Christmas of 07, I got a 360, and then after that, I was just like, my mom would like ask me and my brother to make like, you know, make like a Christmas list or something like that, and I would just write down random consoles. I wasn't even looking forward to getting them, you know, but, you know, all I had was a 360, and then 08, I actually got a PS3, and I was like, wow. So is this like every Christmas thing? And ever since then, it was like, every Christmas I would get like a new console for me and my brothers to play, and you know, I appreciated it. But like 2 years after that, like, I could buy my own presents and my own consoles and other people's consoles because I'd gotten a job, and you know, while it was great getting those presents, it was like, it's no point if like,
See where this leads.
you know, I'm in a position where I'm constantly like, I can't even use them, you know, properly. So but yeah, that's just one thing I wanted to touch on. But yeah, I mean, I covered a lot of ground. I still have this brick in my hand, but I'm not going to use it. Covered a lot of ground. Yeah, as for gaming identity, it's cool to have a gaming identity that's well established. You just don't try to steal any other person's identity. But like I said, gaming's my element, and I can't get shit on for it at all. It's near impossible, but, you know, there are going to be people that copy what I do and then try to frame me for it. But, you know, I don't mind that. I let that shit slide because it's obviously not the truth, you know. Because like I said, some people are just jealous that, you know, like, you know a lot, you know. Like, I always knew a lot, and, you know, people were jealous for it. I knew way more than I had any right to know, honestly, you know. And I did way better than I had any right of, you know, I was better than I had any right to be, and, you know, people get jealous of that, especially friends you're with, and they do anything to try to slow you down or stop you from enjoying your shit, you know. Whether it be like copying what you do, or, you know, acting like they're using you for games. I had that one friend that I told you about, this piece of shit, this hot piece of shit would literally like mooch off his aunt when he had no right to. She would like get him all this shit, get him a job, get him game consoles, games, and he would like come up to me and try to use me for games when I got into contact with him again. But I stopped that. I just noticed that, and I just ended it right there with him.
No.
You know, but yeah, you know, you all get sleazeballs like that, and I've learned that it's best to just cut them out. And as for gifts for gaming, it's always cool to have gifts for gaming, but, you know, it's not cool to be a spoiled asshole. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to get all those shit off my chest. So yeah, again, this is True Justice Fighter 1-Up on my never-ending mission to reveal all the truths while also gaming the fuck on. Bye-bye.